management and finance. So y'all have somebody who's way, way up there, okay? He's also the current chair of our Pinellas County Commission, which is not an easy feat to do. He was elected originally in 2000 and re-elected in 2004, and he represents the South District, District 7, which is the south side of St. Petersburg. He's also a current member of the Juvenile Welfare Board, which is one of our wonderful sponsors here today. I've also been told, which is something I didn't know way back when, that Commissioner Welch is a musician at heart, and he is a fabulous sax player. And the little birdie who gave me my information says he plays more instruments than I could possibly list here for you all today. And he says true. He also has 2 children. He has a 2-year-old who is currently enrolled at the First United Methodist Baptist Preschool. First Methodist Preschool. I would learn to read my own writing. And he has a teenager who is 13 who's with us today. Can she wave so everybody can see who Commissioner Welch's daughter is? Come on! Okay, and she currently goes to Southside Fundamental. So would you all please give a warm welcome to Commissioner Ken Welch.
It's good to be here today, and it's always good to talk to our young folks and today to talk to our young ladies. Jerry gave you a lot of the background. I did graduate from the mighty Lakewood High School where the Spartans. And then I went on to USF and the finest school in America, Florida A&M University in Tallahassee. But it's good to be here today to talk to you. I see a rattler in the back. Now I don't think it's going to be a problem, but I was just going to tell you my preacher rule. And that is, y'all are familiar with preachers. If you get with a sanctified preacher, he'll go ahead and get done with what he has to say and sit down. But if you don't get with him, he'll just keep talking and talking and talking. So y'all gonna get with me today, right? All right. Now before I start, let me say this is going to be a PG-13 conversation. I can't talk about what's happening in today's music that is, in many cases, X and NC-17 rated without at least getting to PG-13 myself. Now, is anybody in here 8 years or younger? 8 years old, raise your hand. 8 years old, raise your hand. Anybody 7 years old or younger? Okay, so the youngest is 8 years old. All right, so it might have to be PG, but we'll get the point done. Out of everything that I do, being a county commissioner, I think the most important thing after service to God is being a husband and a father, and that's why it's so important and why I'm so thankful to be here today to talk about music from a father's perspective. And everything I say to you today, I'm saying in love to each and every one of you. You know, when you love somebody, you don't mince words, you don't sugarcoat things, but you say what needs to be said. Is that right? And so take everything I'm saying today in the spirit of love. My hope here today is that you leave here thinking about the messages you're receiving in music and in entertainment. All I want you to do is think about the messages that you're receiving. And I hope that you make a determination in your own mind that you will define what you are about, and that you won't let anyone else define who and what you're about, and that includes pop culture and pop music. Let's talk about what this is not about. I'm not trying to make you like the music that I like. I think one of the rules is you will never like the same music that your parents like. That's a rule. My parents didn't like the music I liked when I was growing up. We all think that our generation's music is real music, and the next generation's music is just junk. I'm not here to do that. I'm not here to try to get you to listen to gospel and jazz 24/7. I'm not here to say that all types of any music is wrong or bad. You know, there are positive and negative messages in all types of music. But the point, what it is about, is helping you understand that music does make a very real impact on the way that females in particular are perceived in our society. And it's up to you. I need you to listen now. I need you to listen now. It's up to you whether you accept the way that women are presented in today's music. And it's up to you to define for yourself who you are and how you are perceived. My hope today is simply to have you think about the messages that you are receiving in music in terms of how women are perceived, in terms of sex, violence, and drugs in today's music. And then it's going to be up to you whether you accept or reject these messages. Are y'all with me? Remember the preacher rule. Are y'all with me? Yeah. All right. Let's face it, it's really going to be up to you. Most of your parents don't have a clue what you're listening to. They don't have a clue what you can download. They don't have a clue what's in your iPods. They don't know how to turn your iPods on. It's up to you all to make the decision. Is that right? Even when your parents buy the clean versions of the CD, it doesn't take a genius to know what they bleeped out and what that rhymes with. Is that right? Even some of our high school band directors don't seem to know that that fight song that they play at some of the football games. Y'all know that fight song? Dun, 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 dun. What song is that? Don't say the word. That's Move Bitch by Ludacris. Move Bitch by Ludacris is a song that they are playing at high school games. And if you read the lyrics to that song, there are more F's and MF words in that song than you can shake a stick at. So you have to understand that it's going to be up to you to make the decisions in your life. It's really about the decisions that you as young ladies make about the music that you buy. You can't count on the entertainment industry to do the right thing because entertainment is about making money. You can't count on politicians to do the right thing because politics is about getting elected, and getting elected is about making money. And bottom line is, it's all about the money. You have to follow the money. Let's look at Snoop Dogg. Very popular, very popular. Y'all didn't think I was going there, but I'm going there. Very popular. A man who demeans women in every one of his songs, who endorses violence, who promotes drug use. Even had a tour called the Up in Smoke Tour. He's on tour with Dr. Dre. They've got big lights on the stage in the shape of marijuana leaves. Doc, this is Snoop Dogg. He also is in the pornography business. He directs adult X-rated videos. And despite all of that, he's embraced by corporate America. He's a spokesperson for Chrysler Corporation. He's a spokesperson for America Online. He's a spokesperson for Orbit Gum. They got a commercial now where because of his potty mouth, he's down in hell, and they give him some Orbit Gum because of his dirty mouth. But, you know, it's funny on the surface, but what is the message? The message is that you can have a man who talks about violence against women, who talks about drug use, and then corporate America rewards that. Is that right? No, it's not right. And some of y'all still looking at me funny, so let me just read a little bit of Snoop's lyrics. And I'm not going to read every word, but this is a song from his 2004 album, Rhythm and Gangsta, the masterpiece called Can You Control Your Hoe? Spokesperson for Chrysler, AOL, and Orbit Gum writing a song called Can You Control Your Hoe? Quote, niggas get your Miller Genuine Draft cause it's Miller time, we're about to go hard on these hoes. On this one right here. Can you control your hoe? You got a bitch that won't do what you say. You can't control your hoe. She's hard-headed. She just won't obey. Listen up. Listen. Listen. Can you control your hoe? You got to know what to do and what to say. You got to put that bitch in her place. Even if it's about slapping her in her face. This is the spokesperson for Chrysler and AOL. This is Snoop. I'm not even going to read the rest of it. Y'all got the point. But the rest of the song goes on and on and on. All I want you to do is think about the message the next time you go to download a Snoop song. There you are, ladies, a spokesperson for Chrysler, describing women as hoes and advocating violence against women. Would Chrysler put that song on their commercial for the next Chrysler 300? I don't think so. But it is very common for rappers to disrespect women. I know y'all covered some of that today. But the message, and I've been talking about this for years, and every time I go back and do the research, I don't listen to this music all the time. I don't listen to it all the time. You might wonder, how does he know this? Well, I've got something called Rhapsody, is on the internet. You pay it $9.95 a month, you can listen to any album that's out there. So I went last week, I've been listening to albums. I've been TiVoing MTV, Rap City. And it's different artists, but the message is still the same, demeaning women, portraying women as prostitutes, as something to be beat on and controlled. That is the consistent message that I'm seeing. I'm just going to hit some more lyrics. I'm not going to get deep because we got some very young people in here, but just on the Rap City BET Top 10, let's talk about some of them. And you probably got some of the CDs. I just want to send you home thinking about if you want to support this message. I know you see it. Young Jock. Don't raise your hands if you got it. I don't want to know. Part of it, eeny, meeny, miny, mo, how many bitches from the club want to go? I know you see it. And then it goes on to talk about oral sex and all this other stuff. I'm not going to get into it. Number 2, Lloyd Banks featuring 50 Cent called Hands Up. Same deal, talking about oral sex, paying a woman for oral sex. Number 3, Stunting Like My Big Daddy, Birdman and Lil Wayne called Hands Up. Same deal, treating women as prostitutes. Gets to a point where it says, I'm going to F around and put that boy's brains on the table, talking about killing somebody. So pick them up, pop them, let them lay. Where I'm from, we see a dead body every day. Number 4, Money in the Bank, Little Scrappy. And this one's got everything. Every kind of sex, drug sales, gun possession. If you don't do it for me, then do it for the cheese after you're saying, hold on, baby, get on your knees. I got extra weed money like long sleeves. If a nigga try to creep, I got extra heat. In those 4 sentences, he's talking about group sex. He's talking about making a woman do something for him for money. He's talking about selling marijuana, and he's talking about carrying a gun. I just want you to think about the message. And it's not just black rap artists who are into this. The number 1 song on Billboard charts right now happens to be a white female. Her name is Fergie. I think she's from the Black Eyed Peas. The song is called London Bridge. Now that song has a great beat. Here's what gets you about music. I think God gave us music for a reason, because when you hear the beat, when you hear the music, it inspires you. So a lot of times y'all hear the beat and you start head bopping, and you aren't listening to the music and the message that you are bouncing to. London Bridge has got a great beat. In fact, she stole it from Gwen Stefani and Hollaback Girl. It's almost the same song. In fact, it's got that cheerleader vibe to it, and just like Gwen Stefani started Hollaback Girl on the album version, not the clean version, cussing, saying the S word, S word, S word, S word, Fergie does the same thing. Starts out the song with the S word, and then she says in part of it, all my girls get down on the floor, back it, drop it down real low. I'm such a lady, but I'm dancing like a hoe, cause you know I don't give a, so here we go. That's the chorus of the song. Then it talks about, now as the drinks start pouring and my speech starts slurring, she's getting drunk, everybody starts looking real good. So then she's just gonna go to bed with anybody. That's the number 1 song on the Billboard charts right now. It's not just black rap male artists. It's systemic to what's happening in pop music. Y'all still with me? I'm almost done. Are you still with me? Yeah. All right. This is the number 1 song on the Billboard chart. And again, the music and the beats sound great, but the message is basically get drunk, dress loose, act skankish, and use profane language. That's what the music industry is selling, especially to youth. And unfortunately, too many young people are buying it. These songs are obviously demeaning to women, and corporations like BET, MTV, record companies, their corporate parents, radio stations, are making a profit from demeaning you as young ladies. Now think about it. It's something about when you put something on TV, it's bigger than life. When you put it to music, it's bigger than life. But let's take away the music and the TV, and I just walk up to you on the street, and I call you a bitch or a hoe. Or think about if your mother or your grandmother or Aunt Trina is walking down the street and some thug walks up to her and calls her a bitch or a hoe. What would you do? You'd be ready to throw hands, wouldn't you? But when Snoop does it, you don't throw hands, you throw him $17 for the CD and say, thank you, Mr. Snoop. Think about what you're doing. I got somebody with me. And corporations like Chrysler and AOL and the rest of them are hiring these people as spokespersons. They are integrating that negative message into the culture. And I don't expect all of y'all to be with me. Some of y'all ain't listening, you got your heads in the air, but some of y'all are listening. Okay, and those who will hear, let them hear today. There's something wrong with this picture. There's something wrong about the message that the entertainment industry is sending and about how we value women in society. What we have to understand is that they are selling a fantasy. It's not the real world that you see on TV. I know MTV has a show called The Real World, but that is not the real world. And I just want you to understand there are real consequences to the behavior that's shown and glorified in the music I've talked about today. In the real world, if you act like Fergie and get drunk and go to bed with the first guy in the club, you don't ride around the next day in a stretch limo like Fergie or Little Kim. In the real world, 9 months later, you might have a child. 9 months later, you might not know where the father is. And 9 months later, you might have a lifelong responsibility for a child that you have to take care of. And don't take my word for it. Ask any single mother about what the real world is like and how tough it is, and that there are real consequences to the actions you take. In the real world, the thugs aren't riding around in Bentleys and living in mansions and flying in helicopters like a 50 Cent video. That's not the real world. You have to wonder how many young men like McQuell McCullough and Tyron Lewis, who lost their lives because they were in the drug trade down in South St. Pete, would still be alive today if they hadn't bought into this false message of what's real and what is not real. Are y'all with me? How many young ladies wouldn't be struggling with incurable sexually transmitted diseases like herpes that you will never ever get rid of? There is no cure. Or struggling to raise a child on your own if society wasn't so accepting of the message that women are nothing more than prostitutes and sex toys for women. In researching this, I TiVoed an Entertainment Tonight special on Ludacris. And in it, he admitted that now that he has a 4-year-old daughter, he'll have to explain to her what pimping is and why he calls women bitches and hoes in his music. He went on to say that now that he's also an actor, and he's a good actor, he wants to be referred to as Chris Bridges when he's interviewed as an actor, because Ludacris is just a character. I've got it on tape. Ludacris is just a character. This is not reality. I've even read where Snoop Dogg said his children can't listen to his music. And I would hope he's not letting them watch his videos. What that says to me, these folks will sell this poison to you all, but not to their own children. And that's why I'm proud, in closing here, that women are standing up to this kind of degrading music. From Essence Magazine and their Taking Back the Music campaign, to the women of Spelman College who protested so that Nelly would not come to their campus. Women are standing up and saying enough is enough. And now it's your turn. As leaders of your generation, again, all I want you to do is think. And I'm counting on you to lead and say to the world, there's more to being a woman than your ability to drop it like it's hot. That you don't have to dress like a hoochie mama, like a skank, or like a hoe. Y'all can get with me, it's all right. Because let me just put a line right here so I can go back, because I'm going off, I shouldn't go off my text. But look, men are going to lie about what they do with you anyway. Men get together and lie about what they did with this girl or that girl. They're going to lie anyway. Why give them more to tell the other brothers about, okay? The women in the club who are loose and easy are always the ones who get married last. I'm just going to tell you that. Don't sell yourself short by trying to be the rap video girl. But you're more than just your ability to have sex or what you got in your trunk or how you're shaped. But you are defined by your intellect, your abilities, your aspirations, what God gave you on the inside. He put something in women that he didn't put in men. You have intrinsic maternal instincts. And you should demand to be respected because of what you are, not because of your ability to please a man sexually. Women are the vessels from which all human life is created. And think about your family. Women are the fiber that holds our families together. Think about your mother, your grandmother, that auntie. They're not hoes or skanks or bitches. They should not be defiled and demeaned, and neither should you. Like all women, they deserve to be honored, and you as young ladies, every one of you in here today, should demand that you be respected. Should demand that you be respected by everyone you meet, including the music industry. So I just want to leave you with that thought. We spent a lot of time talking about the dark side of music. I do want to say there's some good musicians out there. Mary J. Blige, U2, Anthony Hamilton, Chris Brown, NDRE, and a lot of other good artists who produce good music without glorifying violent life and degrading women. And I'm almost done here. It's up to you to decide if you're going to support musicians. Listen up now. If you're going to support music corporations who make a profit by demeaning you, or if you're going to support those musicians who have a positive message. In final closing, hold your head up, keep your standards up, and I know God will continue to bless you. Thank you all.
Okay, so even though our summit is a girls' summit, and we're here celebrating young women and the powerful empowerment impact that we can make upon this industry. Do you think it's okay if we give Commissioner Welch a shirt and make him an honorary TBIO member today? Okay, and now one thing, we're going to do a couple things that you've been waiting for while we get prepared for our Divas call to action. I think it's time to pick something blue. Two, 939. Oh, come on up. And take your pick from the stage, ma'am. Okay, you ready? Here we go. 276703. 703. No one? Okay. 703. Nope, okay. Ready? 277065. 065. All right, come on. Pick your prize, my dear. Anything but the orange bags. All right. Okay, ready? Ready? We're going to do a bunch right now. We're going to do a whole bunch. Okay, 276959. No one? 959. All right, next. Okay. 687. Which one? 6. It's 276 687. All right. Come on down and pick your prize. Pick your prize, honey. Anything except for the orange bags. Pick your prize. Okay, ready? 277006. 00. All right, come on down. Okay. Ready? 276 713. 713. All right, come on and pick a prize. Thank you, ma'am. Okay, that's okay. Okay, ready? 276 686. girls. And then it's a Divas call to action, and then the big prizes. Okay. 277087. 087. Anybody? All right. 277359. Come on down.